Hi, my name is William. I'm a chef here at Arthrex. Today we're going to talk about some recipes that are healthy, fun, inclusive, meaning that you can make it at home, you can make it in a restaurant, and it's an option. It's a healthier option for you to do instead of meat-based. This is a plant-based menu. Anybody familiar with Blue Zones? It's a company or an organization that strives to incorporate many aspects, and one of them is menu and diet. There's a healthier lifestyle, and this is just one element of it. Today, for the first dish, we're going to do a truffle risotto. Now, it's completely plant-based, and one of the things you need to start with is a really good vegetable stock. And this is something you can make several days in advance. You can keep it in the refrigerator, you can freeze it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you just a quick vegetable stock. You have celery, onions, and carrots. You have your herbs, fresh parsley, garlic, and oregano, some bay leaf and peppercorns. These you just rough chop up. Somewhat not too small, not too big. Okay, you want to keep them so all the nutrients and all the flavors come out of it, but you're going to cook this for about 4 hours. Okay, so once you get this all cut up, we're going to put it in a pot of cold water. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to lower the heat down really low to a simmer. And when I say simmer, we want it to just lightly percolate. Okay. So here we have all our vegetables getting cut. Now we're going to transfer all these ingredients into our stock pot. The stock pot, like I said, we're going to start with cold water, peppercorns, bay leaf, oregano. The garlic I like to just crush, just to release it. Okay. We're going to get all these things in the stock pot. Probably easier if I bring my cutting board over to my stock pot. Get all this stuff in there. Now, other aromatics you can use, like fennel, mushrooms work well in vegetable stock, and it'll give it a different flavor. You want to stay away from your cabbages. You want to stay away from potatoes. Those are items that'll make it too flavorful in one area and cloudy. So with this, we'll bring it up to a boil, nice light simmer, about 4 hours, then we strain it. And once we do that, we have a nice vegetable stock, which is right here, okay? Now, relatively clear. Now with this, we're going to start our risotto. First, we're going to start with some diced onions. Now, risotto is a method of cooking arborio rice. Arborio rice is a real starchy grain, and when it cooks, you cook it a little differently than other rices, where you slowly add the liquid to it. And what that does is it releases the starch and it creates a creamy texture. We're going to start with extra virgin olive oil. Okay. We're going to get the onions here. I'm going to turn this down. We're going to sweat these for a couple minutes. I don't want to get a whole lot of color on these. I want to keep it relatively non-colored, not brown. Okay. We're going to add a little salt and pepper to this. It'll open up the onions, release some of the moisture. We're going to add some garlic to this. Now, like I said, the method is you slowly add the liquid. So after these are sweat, we're going to put our rice in here. You want to get a decent amount of olive oil in there that coats the rice, and it will keep the grains somewhat independent. Okay. You want to get it good and coated, and almost lightly toast that rice in that olive oil. Okay. And then we add our liquid. First round, you're going to cover the rice entirely. And it's going to start to soak up. With risotto, with arborio rice, you're looking at about a 4-to-1 ratio. Where if you have a cup of rice, you're going to want 4 cups of liquid in order to get desired results. Some people like risotto a little al dente. Some like it really cooked and creamy. I kind of go for right in the middle. So you still have some independence on the rice, but you also have the creamy texture. Okay? Now this, we'll do it in waves. As the liquid is being absorbed, we add more. So this process takes a little while, but the beauty of this is you can be doing this and doing other things, like chopping up your asparagus, getting your tofu ready, having some nice chopped herbs, chopped parsley. This is our vegan cheese, which we're going to finish with. And then we have our truffles. Now, truffles, I know you don't normally get those in your grocery store. I wanted to show you an application that we could use this in a restaurant. A little more elegant. You don't need truffles. You can use regular mushrooms sauteed on top. Great addition. The tofu is an option. I'm kind of a protein junkie. I like to have a good, rich protein source. So that's why I would put it in here, but this is fine on its own. It's filling, it's sustainable, it's a real good, rich dish. Okay? This is a risotto that we've already started here, which is almost finished. So we're just going to add some more liquid to it, and then I'll show you the finished product. I'm going to bring this up here. This will take a minute to get going. So this cheese and the cream are vegan. If you really like cheese, I would suggest going light on the vegan cheese. It's a little different. It's not quite the flavor that you would get from normal cheese. I'm adding my tofu here. I'm adding my asparagus at the end. I like a real crisp asparagus. You can see how the liquid is almost all absorbed. So you're getting that sound of the rice kind of cooking on the bottom. You know, one of my first chefs said that you don't only cook with your eyes and your taste, you cook with your ears. So as you hear things sauteing, you hear things moving around, it changes and it kind of makes you aware of where you are in the cooking process. This is just about finished. So we're gonna take our cheese. Again, the cheese is really for a creamy aspect of it, as is the cream. This is a coconut soy cream. This will give it a little color and a little texture, a little creaminess. We're gonna let that last little bit of moisture evaporate so it holds up. Some chopped parsley. One more cracked pepper here. And I think we're there. We're going to turn this burner off. Okay. So now we're going to plate up. Now this is a really filling dish. It goes a long way. Like I said, you're about 4 to 1. So 1 cup of rice would really take care of at least 2 big people, 4 people as a side item. But you can incorporate this into your normal menu where you can add a nice piece of grilled chicken here, some grilled shrimp, if you want to go non-vegan. But on its own, it's very sustainable. Then we're going to shave our truffles. This is one of those kitchen items where you can slice off half your finger and you would keep on going, you wouldn't even realize it. That, a little more finished cheese. I'm gonna give it a little more black pepper around the rim because I like black pepper. And just for some elegance, a little truffle oil. This is really aromatic. You don't need a whole lot. And there we go, vegan truffle risotto.